Hey guys, what's going on? This is Coach Anis Kassab here with Kassab Performance Training in the University of Rhode Island Powerlifting Club. Coming to you guys today from Primal Athlete Training Center. You can check out our website at www.primalatc.com. Okay guys, today I wanted to go over a little bit of conjugate method stuff. So the conjugate method is basically a method that was popularized by the godfather of powerlifting. His name is Louis Simmons. Every single pro powerlifter that has set records out there has gone through Louis' gym at least once. Okay, Louis got this method from the Russians, or rather the former Soviet Union, so yeah, the Russians, whatever. And he basically applies it to powerlifting. It was originally made for Olympic weightlifting, but Louis has changed it in his gym with specific methods to make it better for powerlifting, and this shit fucking works. Okay, guys, you know, just about every world record holder out there has gone through Louis' gym at least once, like I already said. And it's just undeniable. The strongest and the best have used this method in the past. Some of them use it regularly. You know, this is all Louis uses at his gym, okay? Whether you're a 100-pound squatter or a 1,200-pound squatter, Louis will do the same method and the same workouts with you, and you will continue to get stronger. Okay, so that's just a quick background to tell you what the conjugate method, what the word conjugate actually means always changing. So the conjugate method is simply a method that is always changing. Okay, and I wanted to give you guys a quick layout of how the conjugate method is organized. So you're going to be working out 4 days a week, okay, and 2 days of the week are going to be dedicated to maximal effort method training, which I'll get into in a minute. 2 days of the week are going to be dedicated to the dynamic effort method, which is all speed training. You know, that's going to be really fast stuff, okay? I'm going to make a video on that for you. And 4 days of the week are dedicated to repetition effort method training. So the repetition effort method is stuff like bodybuilding work, like 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 12, you know, multiple different exercises. You know, the repetition effort method is what you're going to be using to build up your individual weak points, okay? So the maximal effort method is going to be working up to a 1 rep max. Okay, that's what the maximal effort is. The max effort method is working up maximally. Okay, so say the 2 days of the week are going to be 1 day for the upper body and 1 day for the lower body. So say you're doing a max effort lower body day. You might be doing a squat. You might work up to 1 rep max in the back squat. Okay? And after you work up to the 1 rep max, you're going to do some accessory exercises using the repetition effort method. Okay, so after you do a back squat, you might work up to a heavy set of 3 on deadlift, and then you might do some lighter accessory exercises just to bring up all your individual weak points, glutes, abs, whatever. So that's the point of the conjugate. You're lifting heavy as shit for 1 or 2 exercises, then you're lifting light as shit to build up the individual muscle groups. Okay? On the speed days, on the dynamic effort days, you're just going to be moving weight fast. So you're going to be doing things like box jumps on this day, you're going to be doing things like plyometric push-ups on this day, but the heart and soul of the dynamic effort method for powerlifters is going to be to do a squat or do a bench press, put the weight on there real light, and move that shit as fast as you can. Okay, I'll get into why in another video, but that's just the basic rundown. So 2 days, you're going to have 1 day for the upper body, 1 day for the lower body. Okay, so day 1, max effort lower body day. You know, you can do a squat or a deadlift for your max effort exercise. Afterwards, you want to do some type of heavy assistance exercise, whether also a squat or a deadlift, whatever you didn't do for the first one. Then for the repetition effort method stuff, you just want to do all lightweight exercises to bring up the individual muscle groups. Okay? Day 2, max effort upper body. Okay? You will do your max effort upper body exercise. It could be a bench press, a floor press, whatever you're doing. Work up to a 1 rep max. Then you're going to do an assistance exercise, a heavy assistance exercise, so like a set of 3 on overhead press would be what I would do because I suck at overhead press, I need to build it up. And then all your lightweight assistance exercises. Day 3, you're going to have a day off. I'll explain why in a minute. Day 4, you're going to do dynamic effort lower body. Okay, so you're going to pick a squat, put on some real light weight. Okay, you're going to move the weight as quickly as you can for few reps, but a lot of sets, so like 10 sets of 2 with very little rest in between. Okay, then you're going to do all your assistance exercises again to try to build up the individual muscle groups. Okay, then on Friday you're going to do the exact same thing but with an upper body exercise. Okay, so you'll bench press as fast as you can, then you're going to do all your individual accessory exercises. Okay, the reason why we have a day off in the middle of the week is simply because the max effort method is going to be a nervous system stressor, and the dynamic effort method is also going to be a nervous system stressor. So in order for the two to work most efficiently, most optimally, you're going to need 72 hours in between training sessions. Okay, so you want 72 hours before you do another nervous system stressor. Okay, now some of you guys are probably like, but what about the repetition effort method? You can do that all the time. You can do that all the time because it's not a nervous system stressor, it's more of a muscular system stressor. Okay, there you go, there's a little trick there. So, 72 hours in between upper body sessions, 72 hours in between lower body sessions, 1 day each for the max effort method and for the dynamic effort method. Now, another question I know I'm going to get, how do you do a 1 rep max or 3 rep max or 2 rep max in a certain exercise every single week? Isn't your body just going to burn out? Aren't you just going to get hurt? Blah, 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 whatever. Here's the trick. Like I said earlier, conjugate periodization is always changing. Every single exercise that you do, except for the dynamic effort method exercises, those stay the same. Every exercise you do, including the rep effort method exercises, change every single week. All right? Change something every single week. So week 1 for my max effort lower body, I might do a squat. Then after that, I might do a deadlift. Okay, week 2, I might do a squat with chains and a deadlift with chains. Week 3, I might do a squat with a high bar, and then I might do a deadlift from blocks. Okay, you always want to change the stress on your body. You always want to change the stimulus. So, another quick lesson for you. The reason why you're doing that is to prevent what we call the law of accommodation. Okay, so I'll make another video about the law of accommodation as well. I'll explain all this good stuff to you guys. I know it might seem a little bit cloudy right now, but I'll get it all out there for you so you guys can understand it. Even the assistance exercises you want to change every single week. Now, you want to work the same muscle groups, but just change something. So if you're working the triceps, week 1 you might do, a rope tricep extension. Week 2, do it with a straight bar. Week 3, do it with a reverse grip. Change something. If your body is doing the same thing over and over again, guys, you're going to get hurt from overuse. Okay? You're not going to adapt to it anymore. The reason why your body grows and gets stronger is because it has to adapt to a new stimulus. So instead of keeping the same stimulus and then taking a deload week to let your body recover, why not just change the fucking stimulus every single week and have the deload a hell of a lot less? Okay, guys, but I'll get into this a lot more in other videos. Okay, guys, that's just a basic template for you. All right, rewind the video if you have to understand the layout of it. Okay, remember, 72 hours in between. And the next thing I'm going to do is explain the maximal effort method to you guys. All right, the maximal effort method and the law of accommodation are going to be in the same video. All right, guys, so talk to you next time.